Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, I just received a call, but the person didn't give any names. They're going to send photos and give me more, but it resembled this blog that I got a couple nights back. The person asked me to put it on social media right away, but I have to sleep on things sometimes. I just sleep on things, okay? So when I got this call from someone that sounds different, it's a female. This one was from a male. He is warning males, excuse me, he is warning males to be careful of this female when it's obvious that she didn't give it to herself. Whatever she has, she didn't give it to herself. Okay, always remember that. Always remember that when you see a female present with a situation, that chances are she got it from a male. Chances are she got it from a male, okay? But there are a lot of diseases that you can catch by bestiality, but that's a different scenario. Like, for instance, syphilis, that they say that came from males' interactions with animals, okay? And then it's passed on to the female, or it could be the female and her interactions in that particular, that particular breed too. She could be doing it with that particular animal. But usually, in my mind, it's the male that is bringing it to the female. So in this blog, they're saying that their crews, listen to this now, their Axio crews, their Suzuki crews, their Swift crews, their Subaru crews, like depending on the kind of car you are driving or the vehicle you are driving, depending on that, it's like you bunch together and you become like a crew, like a gang, and certain girls will like certain males that are driving certain vehicles. Is this what I'm hearing? Is this what I'm hearing? That guys driving certain vehicles can get certain girls who want only guys who drive those particular vehicles, and there's a girl for every guy who drives an Axio or a Suzuki or a Swift or a Subaru. You will pick up different girls from different neighborhoods, and there are different like sections for different cars. Is this what I'm hearing? Is this what I am hearing? Okay, so they're talking about these particular girls, one in particular, and she has brought her friend along. It's a party. So she has brought her friend along, and now they didn't say that the friend has the gift that keeps on giving. They're not saying that about the friend, but they are saying it about the one particular girl, Jalisa. The female that spoke to me today, she didn't say any name at all. So, but the story sounds so familiar. There's a thread that I can pull from what she said to what this guy said about this particular young girl who has all sorts of things going on with her body. Okay, I keep saying to you, you need to recode or decode your DNA. You cannot depend on your moms and your dads to do it for you. You cannot depend on your teachers. They're just trying to use you and abuse you. It's just life seems to throw those types of curves at you. There's always a curveball, always some sort of curveball or something that's out in the area where it's not supposed to be. So you always have to be prepared when you come into this domain for an experience. That's what you're here for, to experience like death, and part of what you will find in the soup. That death soup is all sorts of things, all sorts of situations, all sorts of experiences. And I would say to you, learn vicariously, because you don't want to have every experience there is to be had. Okay, learn vicariously. And as a female, giving your body to someone should be something that is reserved. And when I say reserved, I mean reserved. Reserved. Probably it's so reserved, you only get to share your body with 1 or 2 people in your lifetime. It should be that reserved. You should be thinking so highly of yourself. You should be putting so much emphasis on your body and what you allow to be even close to it, not even in it, but even close, even associating with. You need to start thinking of your body as something that is a prized possession. A prized possession. Your moms are not teaching you this. Your mommies, that's what they say in Barbados, mommy, they're not teaching you this. Your daddies are not around. They don't care. In fact, they'll jump on you if you allow them. They're not teaching you this. You're not being taught how to respect your body. You're a goddess. It's not a fairy tale. You have to walk like that. You have to think like that. You have to know that whatever you want, you have the power to provide for yourself. Whatever you want, you have the power to provide for yourself. You do not need to give anyone a favor, to do any favors, to be a favor. You don't need to do that. You don't need to compromise who you are as a female, the feminine. You don't need to compromise. You don't need help. You're everything that is. Everything comes from you. Everything is coming from you. Okay, so you have it. You got it. You got it. Okay? All you need to know is what direction you need to go in to get what you want. You need to know not to go off the deep end. Don't go off the deep end. You need to understand what road you should walk on to accomplish what you need to accomplish, and stay in your lane. Stay on that road. Stay in your lane. Learn whatever you need to learn. Go to the schools. It's not the best thing. They're teaching you lies. But still, once you get to a certain place in learning, you learn to recognize the lies, and you can use the learned lies to get to where you want to go. Because, like, for instance, when you're doing the multiple choice and the one that is correct may not be correct for you, but you need to put the check on that one that they want you to put the check on. And you know it's a lie. You know it's a lie, but you know that that's the lie that they have sanctioned. They sanctioned certain lies, okay, for you to check it off. Okay, how many planets are there? And you check off what, 9 or whatever. You check that off. You know, there are billions. You know, there are billions. Things that they can't see, things that they don't know of. But you have to check that sanctioned lie to get to where you're going, to get to where you need to go. Okay, but you know, the more education you get, the more you know they're lying to you, and the more you know you don't know. The more you know you actually don't know, and that's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. But provide for yourselves, ladies. Provide for yourselves. Provide for yourselves. If you ever give your power over to someone, you're gonna get screwed. You're gonna get screwed, and then tossed aside. They toss you aside because they feel that if they can get you, they can get someone else. And if you're good looking, and they get you, they're always looking to upgrade you, to say, oh, she likes me, well, she could like me and she looks like this. I can get other people that look like her. I can get people that look lesser than her. It should be easy. Whatever you're doing, you're being measured. Okay? Let me get back to here. You're being measured. Everything you do is measured. So make sure that when they are taking out their measuring stick to measure you, make sure you take out your measuring stick to measure them. Okay, make sure you have your measuring stick too. Okay, make sure that everyone is doing measurement. Make sure that your measuring stick is there and that your goals are high. Everyone comes in under under the radar. They're not matching up. Make sure that you have your goals and your principles so high that no one can match up. And if you do make a choice, to join with someone else, that it takes a while for you to come to that decision. And it's such a monumental place in your life that it could only happen once or twice. It can only happen because you're taking so much time and you're giving so much to that particular thing, which you shouldn't. You should be giving it to yourself, but hopefully you've given yourself enough time to make a decision like that, okay? So just be careful. So this blog, did I go off? Yeah, this blog about Jalisa and her friend Trinity and the boyfriend of Jalisa, Jason, Ashton, just take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. Someone is trying to put information out there. Okay? Someone is trying to put information out there. So you take it for what it is. Okay? There's truth and there are lies. Don't deal with the facts. There's truth and there are lies. Okay? And if you want the gossip, you pick up your Bible. You pick up the Bible if you want the gossip. Pick up the history books. Pick up those history books if you want the gossip. But these are truths and they are lies. And you can sift through everything that you get here on Naked Departure, and you can either update it in the comment section. Don't come on and say it's not so. You're an idiot. You're a fool. You come on and say, well, this part where you said that, this part here is more accurate, and let me give it to you, and blah blah, and you put down what may be more accurately said than I have said it. Put it down. But to say, for you to come out and say that there's no water in the ocean, how could you can't be serious, because someone can point out there and show you that there's a body of water in the ocean. So it's not only, that was a bad example from me. But anyhow, it's not just to say that is not true. You have to show, you have to take someone and show, see, it's dry. And then other people say, no, something's wrong with your eyes. There's a body of water that surrounds the whole world. Okay, but you get what I'm saying, right? You get the gist of what I'm saying. It's not only, you have to come with something concrete when you're saying something else is not so. Say what is so. Tell us what is so. And then allow people to tell you that what you said is so is not so. It's a game. It could be a vicious game. But like I said, if you want the gossip, you pick up your Bible, because there's nothing in there that you can prove. There's nothing in there that you can prove. But whoever wrote it, they had there's certain parts that make a lot of sense. And you can pick your sense from the nonsense, okay? So yeah, this is some information. This is information that is being put out, and it is for you now to come on YouTube in the comment section and state what you know about these crews, the Axio crew, the Suzuki. It's crazy for me to say. It's so crazy to think that you drive a car and you can pick up a particular girl based on that car that you bought. It's so crazy. Females, get a hold of yourselves and, worship your bodies. Respect your bodies. Take some integrity in every step you make. Come on now. Come on, you're better than that. You're better than they tell you are. You're better than that. There's more that we are expecting from you in the future, okay? Pull yourselves together. Pull yourselves together. Everything comes from you. Everything is coming from you. Understand your worth. Understand the importance of who you are, okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.